Hello English learners, welcome to a beginner's guide on using commas and full stops. This video will help you improve your story and email writing for Cambridge Key A2. If you pay attention to commas and full stops, you'll be sure to get a better mark in your writing exam. Ready to start? Let's go! Commas and full stops are very small, but they are very important in writing. Commas and full stops help make your sentences clear and easy to read. Let's talk about using commas with connectors like so and but. These words help us join two ideas in a sentence. When we use so and but to connect complete sentences, we need to use a comma before them. For example, I wanted to go to the beach. It started to rain. Here we have two complete sentences. To connect these two sentences together, we can use a comma and but. I wanted to go to the beach, write a comma, but it started to rain. Excuse me, you forgot about me. Where is the full stop? Oh no, I always forget. You are right. After I finish my sentence, I need to remember to write a full stop. Let's look at an example with so. It started to rain. We didn't go to the beach. Again, we have two complete sentences. Let's connect them together. It started to rain, so we didn't go to the beach. Don't forget, write a comma before so. Please. Remember the full stop. Wow, this is easy. You now know how to use commas and full stops with so and but. Now let's take a look at the connector because. We didn't go to the beach. It started to rain. We didn't go to the beach, write a comma, because it started to rain. Whoa, what happened? What's this? Wait. We don't use a comma with because. Please remember, you do not need to use a comma with because, but we do need to remember a full stop. Remember, don't use a comma with because. Fantastic job at the moment, everybody. Now let's learn how to use commas with periods of time. This means adding a comma after words or phrases that tell us when something happens. For example, after school, write a comma, I normally do my homework. Remember the full stop. Let's look at some more examples. Early one morning, write a comma, we decided to go to the beach. Full stop. Later that day, write a comma, we visited our grandparents. Full stop. You're doing fantastic, everybody. Let's see how we can use commas and full stops in the Cambridge KET A2 writing exam. First, let's look at a story. This is a sample answer that we need to improve. Can you help me write the commas and full stops in this story? Remember, we can use commas after periods of time and with connectors like but and so. Let's correct this piece of writing. First, early one morning is a period of time. so we can use a comma here. Because is a connector, but we don't use a comma before because. Here, we have finished describing our first picture. Our sentence is complete, so we need to use a full stop. Also, after full stops, we need to use capital letters. Later that day is a period of time, so we can use a comma after periods of time. Now, we have finished describing the second picture, so we can use a full stop. Remember, after full stops, we need to use a capital letter to start a new sentence. After that is a period of time, so we can use a comma here. So is a connector, and we use a comma before connectors like but and so. And finally, to finish our story, we need to use a full stop. This first example will pass the A2 writing exam, but the second answer will probably get a higher mark. Can you see why? The second story uses commas, full stops, and capital letters correctly. This makes the story clear and easy to read. Now let's take a look at how to use commas and full stops in an email. Let's take a look at an activity from the Cambridge KET A2 exam. We can use a comma to say hello. For example, hi Tom. After saying hi, we normally use a comma. Also, in an email, we can use a comma after saying goodbye. See you soon. Write a comma and finish with your name. Let's take a look at a sample answer that doesn't have any full stops, capital letters, or commas. Maybe you could help me improve the piece of writing. Here we have a sample answer, but remember, we want to make this clear and easy by using full stops, commas, and capital letters. This is the first line of our email, so we need to start with a capital letter. We also use capital letters for names in English, like Tom. And remember, after saying hello, we can use a comma. I'm sorry, but I can't go climbing with you today. Remember, before but, we can use a comma. Also, at the end of the sentence, we need to use a full stop. I need to go to the hospital because I have a bad stomachache. Remember, before because, we don't need to use a comma. But at the end of the sentence, we do need a full stop. Do you want to go on Friday? For days of the week, like Friday, we need to use capital letters. Also, this is a question, so remember to use a question mark. This is the beginning of a new sentence, so we need to use a capital letter. Remember, we can use a comma after saying goodbye. And finally, don't forget to write your name. Can you see the difference? This second email is clearer and easier to understand. That's it for today. I hope this video helps you or your students improve their writing skills. Thanks for watching, everybody.